guys, I'm Gabrielle Storan, owner of Storan Pilates. Today we're going to do a workout that's for the legs, a little bit of outer thighs, a little bit of abs, upper back. All you need is a ball that we're going to use later. And we're going to start with footwork. So have 3 red springs on and your headrest up. Let's go ahead and lie down on the back. Heels on bar. Fist distance apart between those heels. Find your neutral spine. So little space underneath your lower back. And then your ribs are going to be nice and tight on the carriage. Arms by your sides. Flex your feet. Make sure your kneecaps are pointing straight up to the ceiling. We're going to engage the backs of those legs and then push the carriage out, lengthen those legs all the way out, and bring the carriage back in with resistance. So we're not riding the springs out, we're really resisting. Think of it as pulling the carriage away from the bar and pushing back towards it. Good. Just so the body learns to activate those muscles to move and to not just let the joints kind of run the show. You can exhale as you press out, and that's a good opportunity to pull the belly in towards the spine to activate that core. Let's go for 3 more. Relaxing the jaw and fingers and back in. First position, toes apart, heels together. It's like a little pizza slice and your knees are just the width of your shoulders. We're going to squeeze those heels tightly together and then press all the way out, zip up those inner thighs and resist it back in. Zip and resist. Make sure those ribs are down the entire time. So you don't want to be able to put your hand underneath those ribs there. Keeping your tailbone nice and heavy as you come in. Not letting the pelvis tuck. 2 more. Last one. Bring it in, unhook your heels so your feet are parallel. We're going to press the carriage out, lower the heels underneath the bar. Now engage your glutes, lift back up onto those toes, and bring the carriage in with resistance. Keep your heels lifted. We press out, lower the heels, lift, and bring it in. Reaching those heels as far as you can, and it's not a drop. So this is me just dropping my heels. It's really a lower, nice controlled, and then back in. Finding the length in that spine. As you lower your heels underneath the bar, it's almost like you don't want the carriage to move. That's how much you're stretching your heels, reaching to the wall in front, and then the crown of the head reaching to the wall in the back. Last one here. Keep your heels lifted. Bend one knee. My right heel is going to go underneath the bar here just for a little stretch. Lift back up on both sets of toes and switch. Feel a good stretch in my left calf here. Then lift back up. We're going to start to prance, bending one knee and then the other. Make sure you lift up on both. Make sure you lift both heels up at the same time, just so that you can get some nice strengthening for those calves at the same time as you're getting a stretch. And you can speed it up if you'd like. Going into a little jogging in place. Good time to kind of focus on that core. Those upper ribs are drawing together, keeping those ribs closed, pushing the ribs into the carriage without letting the lower back slam into that carriage. Still want that little space right here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both heels. Final stretch for those calves. Lift your heels up, bring the carriage in. Heels nice and wide on the bar, and toes are pointing out. All right, those knees are not too wide. They're tracking just over those big toes. And from here, just go ahead and bring your knees together toes in, and then toes out, knees out. Just to kind of loosen up those hips. Now keep those knees open. We're going to press the carriage all the way out. Hold. Turn your knees towards each other as you bring the carriage back in. Open your knees to press out. Bring them in as you come in. Out to press out. In to come in. Good. And start to notice if you can engage the glutes a little bit more as you press out, almost like your sit bones want to pull towards each other. Let's go for 3 more. Last one. Keep those knees out, bring it halfway in, hold. If your tailbone tucked, go ahead and untuck it. Pull the belly in. Now try to glide your heels towards each other without actually letting them move. That's going to activate those inner thighs. And just hold that, just an isometric hold here. So I'm feeling the backs of my legs and inner thighs working. And from here, keeping that activation in those legs, little tiny pulses, up an inch, down an inch. Three more. And press the carriage all the way out, lengthen, stretch, and resist the carriage back in. Bring your legs over the bar and just rock your calves back and forth, giving them a nice little release here. Okay, from here, put your headrest down and put the pockets of your heels on the bar, fist distance apart. Scoot down so you're not crunched against the shoulder blocks and find that neutral spine. From here, we're going to tuck the tailbone. Now go ahead and press the lower back into the carriage. Scoop the belly in, slowly roll halfway up and hold it. From here, try not to let the carriage out. So have the impression your knees want to go over your toes and your heels want to reach your butt. And slowly roll down, articulating the spine. One bone at a time. Your tailbone is the last thing to hit the carriage. Inhale, untuck. Exhale, pull the belly in, roll all the way up this time into your bridge, right to the top tips of the shoulder blades, and slowly roll down. Untuck, inhale. Exhale, as you roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale to roll down. Scooping those abs in as you roll up, keeping the ribs closed. Pulling the carriage in actively with those feet to really activate those hamstrings. Couple more. As you roll down, try to set your hips as far away from your shoulders as you can. Last one here. Hold it at the top. Little pulses with those hips, up an inch and down an inch. Good. Keeping the tailbone slightly tucked just to protect that lower back a little bit more. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time and release. From here, keep your arms by your sides, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Give yourself a little double chin to lengthen the back of your neck. From here, head and shoulders come up, and then we're coming right up to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Once you're here, if you notice that your tailbone tucked like this, go ahead and untuck it. Scoop the belly in, away from your shirt, and make sure those ribs are down. When you're ready, take your feet off the bar, bring your legs to tabletop. We're just gonna hold it here for a second. Reach those fingertips forwards, and if your shoulders are coming up like this, try to think wide collarbones. And then we're gonna bring our arms up and our head down. Again, so slide the shoulder blades down the back first. Scoop the belly, nod the chin. Head and shoulders come up in one piece, arms go down. Reaching those fingertips forwards, pulling those abs in. Arms up, head down. Feet on the bar. Coming up, let's switch our springs. We're gonna have a red and a yellow. This one red and one yellow. Headrest is coming back up. And go ahead and lie back down on your back. Feet on the bar, grab your straps. You're gonna hold on to the short straps. All right, make sure you're not crunched against the shoulder blocks. Arms up to the ceiling. Before you take your feet off of the bar, Go ahead and slide your shoulder blades down and widen those collarbones. Your arms are nice and strong here already. So zipping up the core, pressing those ribs down, bring your legs to tabletop. Make sure those knees stay right on top of those hips. Just the arms go down to the carriage and back up. Make sure the movement comes from the upper back and not just the hands just pushing down. So you're actively sliding your shoulder blades down your back and then your arms follow. 2 more. Last one like this. Back up and pause. Next time your arms go down, go ahead and extend one leg out. Bend it back in as the arms go up and switch the legs. One more on each side. Back up. Open your arms into a V. We're going to slide the shoulders away from the shoulder blocks and bring your hands to your hips. So we're just drawing a little V shape here. Next time those arms go down, extend both legs out. If you feel like your ribs are lifting off of the carriage, you can extend your legs up to the ceiling instead. Really feeling the connection with your lower abs as you extend those legs out. 2 more. Last one. Arms up, rest your feet for a second. And we're going to go into our abdominal curls with the straps. So tension on the straps, legs back to tabletop. Not the chin. Head and shoulders come up as the arms go down. Hold it. Untuck the tailbone if it tucked. Zip up that core. Reach those fingertips forwards. Arms up, head down. Again, exhale to lift up. Inhale to come down. One more. Hold it. Extend those legs out. Again, if you feel like those ribs are coming up, you can bring those legs up a little higher, or you could always keep them bent. That's totally fine. Holding it here, reaching those toes out. Bend the knees, arms up, head down. 2 more. And come on down, rest your feet on the bar. Good job, you guys. Go ahead and hook your straps back up and carefully come on up. We are going to have just one blue spring. Headrest is going to go down and sit facing your straps. All right, feet flat on the headrest. Make sure you have just a hand's distance of space behind you. Hold on to those short straps. And let's actually start with our legs straight in front of us. All right, just getting a good stretch here first. We're gonna sit up nice and tall, lifting the spine out of the hips. Elbows nice and soft, shoulders down. We're gonna open those arms up to the side, stretch, and back to center with resistance. This feels good after all that flexion. To work in a flat back position. Focusing on that upper back. 2 more. Last one. Arms back to center. Now go ahead and put your feet flat on the headrest. Let's sit up tall. All right, without letting the ribs collapse, so without doing this, stay lifted. We're just gonna tuck the tailbone, pubic bone comes up, roll back just into that C curve. Good, so try not to let that upper body go down. Try to keep it lifted. Pulling those abs in away from the shirt, flip your palms up, we bicep curl. Each time you bicep curl, pull the belly in a little deeper on your exhale. Thinking wide collarbones. 3 more. Last one. And come all the way back up. Stretch those legs out. Make sure the strap for this one is right on the back of your hand, so palms face the front. Lifting up, closing those ribs. We open up and reach from fingertips to fingertips, and the arms go back to center. The crown of the head is reaching up to the ceiling. Last one here. And back to center. All right, go ahead and cross your straps. We're gonna stay holding on to those short loops. Sitting up super tall. So for this one, let's start the left strap is over the right strap. Sitting up tall. Engage your glutes. Just tuck your tailbone without sinking those ribs, rolling back and hold. Right arm goes up, left arm goes to the left. Stretch, and with control, bring them back to center. Exhale, stretch, and back to center. So really stretching out those arms, connected to the upper back, connected to those obliques. One more here. Back to center, pause. Bring your left leg to tabletop. Palms face each other, so abs are engaged, and open those arms up to the side and back to center. Two more. Feeling it in the core. Back to center, put the foot down, come all the way back up. This time cross your right strap over your left. Sitting up tall, engage the glutes, tuck your tailbone to roll back and hold. Left arm up, right arm to the right. And slowly back to center. Think of lengthening that upper back. One more here. Back to center, hold right leg to tabletop, open and close. Two more. Last one. Right leg down, come all the way back up. Good job, you guys. Uncross your straps. Feet on the headrest, scoot forward so you're almost touching those shoulder blocks. Grab your ball, put it right on the carriage on the edge, near the edge, and lie down. So the ball should go between those shoulder blades. All right, we're gonna work some back extensions, which is gonna feel good after that flexion. Grab your long straps. I'm still on that blue spring. Okay, so when we work our extensions, when the back is gonna go back and open the chest up, try to keep those abs pulled in to keep that core active. That's gonna be really important to also work the core in extension, and then when we come up, we can take a second to release. Okay, so palms down. Let's do the first step first. Shoulders down, abs engaged. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, they go down. Release the core. Inhale, pull the belly in, arms go up. Exhale, they go down. Let's add on. Pull the belly, inhale, arms go up. Push against the ball, chest opens up, really let the head go back. Circle your arms around, nod the chin. Exhale to come back up and release. Pull the belly in, inhale, leaning back. Exhale, releasing. Two more. Feels so good. Last one. And hook your straps up. Good job, you guys. Come on up. Keep your ball. We're going to switch to one red spring and take the blue spring off. All right. From here, we're going to be kneeling on the carriage, knees against the shoulder blocks, and then grab that ball that should be a little bit squishy and put it right between those knees. Okay. We're going to hold on to those short straps. Careful not to face plant here, so we're going to go really slow. All right. Squeezing that ball in place just to let us connect with the back a little bit more, just bring a little bit more tension here. Palms face the back of the room. Bring your hands towards you a little bit to have some tension on the straps already. All right, crown of the head is reaching to the ceiling. Ribs are closed and squeeze the ball. On your exhale, activate the core and push those palms back. Slowly on your inhale, bring the arms back to the front. So the shoulder blades are sliding down the back. Fingertips are trying to reach the floor to really get those shoulders to stay away from those ears. Let's go for 3 more here. Last one. And back to the front. This time, as the arms go back, we're going to hinge forwards just a little bit with a flat back. So, exhale, hinge forwards just a little bit, arms go back. Just keep squeezing the ball and come back up. Two more. We're going to hold this next one down. Hold. Make sure that the collarbones are wide. We're just going to bend the elbows and extend. Maybe look to where right between those pegs there in front on the reformer. Let's go for 2 more. Triceps are working. Last one. Keep those arms straight. Carefully come back up. Awesome, you guys. Go ahead and hook your straps back up. Keep the ball there. We're going to 1 blue spring and work on some outer thighs, outer legs and hips. All right. We're going to put the right forearm on the headrest. The ball is going to go underneath the ribs. Take the strap in front and put it on your top foot, which is my left foot here for this side. All right, scoot back a little bit. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. The ball is there to remind me to not let myself collapse like this. I want to stay lifted. All right, extend that top leg all the way to the bar and take a second to make sure that the foot is the height of your hip. Think of it as pushing your top hip away from your top shoulder so that you don't sink down onto the ball. From here, we're just going to bend the knee in and then press out. So we're working with a really straight back here. Every time we do those side leg series, never want to round or overarch the back. Let's go for 2 more. Keeping the ankle as lined with the knee as you can. Last one, hold it all the way out. From here, we're just going to lift the leg up and down just a little bit. Trying to keep that top hip right on top of the bottom. Abs are engaged. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Keep the foot the height of the hip. We're going to sweep the leg forwards and then sweep it back. As the leg comes forwards, that top hip is really going to want to dive forwards. Don't let it. A little trick also to keep that lower back stable is when the leg sweeps forward, it's almost like you want to arch your back like you're showing off your butt, just to not let that lower back round. 2 more. Stretching as you extend the leg back. Last one. And take the strap all the way up over your knee. From here, so we're going to keep that knee hovering right on top of the other. Flex that left foot. We're just going to kick the leg out and bend it back in. Trying not to let the carriage move. Okay, so you should feel it all right here. That sweet spot. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. Bend the knee in. You can relax the foot. We're going to draw a little circle. Imagine that there's paint on your kneecap. You're just drawing a circle, painted circle in the air. Good. Really coming from your hip. Staying lifted out of that shoulder off of the ball. And let's reverse the circle. Keeping those hips as stable as you can. 2 more. Last one. And take that strap off. Let's stretch that side out before we do the other. Just place the ball on the side for now. Hook that strap back up. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Grab the left strap and put it on your left foot. All right, from here, right leg can just kind of be on the bar there, hanging out. And you can hold on to that rope with your hands, flex your foot, just to feel a good stretch for the back of your leg first. And then we're going to let that leg fall over to the right. So the left hip can come up, but keep your shoulders down. And go ahead and look to the opposite side. So I'm going to look to my left. Feeling good stretch for the IT band here. And bring the leg back up. Let's do it one more time a little differently. Go ahead and turn your toes to the right, so a rotation in the ankle. Keep that and just let your leg follow over to the right a little bit less than last time. So barely lifting up that hip. Just gonna get a little different stretch. Feel it a little bit more on the outside of my leg here, right on the bottom part. And bring the leg back up. Go ahead and take that strap off. You can hook it back up. Come on up. And we're gonna do the other side. So grab your ball, put it right here. Left hand on the headrest. Go ahead and put the ball underneath your ribs. Grab the strap in front, put it on your top foot. Make sure it's close to your heel. Bottom leg stays bent. And we're gonna start by bending and straightening that leg. So a lot of times our foot wants to do this. Don't let it. Keep it straight in the front. So rather than heel to butt like this, think knee to chest. Keep pressing that top hip away from your top shoulder. 2 more. Last one. Hold it up and down. Good. The foot can be just lightly flexed. Staying lifted out of that left shoulder. And then keep the foot the height of the hip. We're going to sweep the leg forwards and sweep it back. Again, as the leg sweeps forwards, try to keep that top hip right on top of the bottom. Two more. Last one. Pull that strap over your knee. Keep those knees stacked on top of the other, hovering, flex the foot, kick the foot out, and bend it back in. So same thing here. Keep pressing that top hip away towards the bar. Try not to let the carriage move as the leg moves. 2 more. Last one. Keep the knee bent. You can relax the foot. Draw a little circle with that knee. And reverse the circle. And go ahead and take that strap off, hook it back up. You can put your ball aside, lie down on your back, grab the right strap and put it on your right foot. All right, get a little hamstring stretch here to start. Pull on that rope. And when you're ready, let the leg fall to the left and you can look to the right. Feeling a good stretch right here by the hip. A stretch that we should do more often during the day. It's just so important, especially if you're sitting around a lot or working, sitting at your desk. And bring the leg back up. Turn your toes to the left, so rotating at that ankle, and let the leg fall a little less to the left, just slightly, hip barely comes up. And bring the leg back up. Go ahead and take that strap off. And you guys are done. Good job. So hopefully you feel a little bit looser, a little bit more tight in some spots. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the workout, and you can check out all my other videos on YouTube. Have a great day.